Okay, time for a vegan hack. We're going to make vegetable soup with some fresh vegetables, others canned. We're going to take a base of maybe Amy's organic soups. You can get them at Costco like this in a box, or you can get them individually, or you could just take some bouillon. This is vegetable bouillon, better than bouillon. We're also going to add some grains, and we're going to use this nice tall pasta pot to make it. It's going to be great. So let's do this vegetable soup hack. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on to medium high. I'm going to use my Amy's soup as a base. You notice there's lots of good stuff in there. It's going to be rather chunky. Do an additional cup of water using that same can, because then that's going to get more of the stuff off the sides of the can. Add some whole grain. You're going to need to want to get it in right away. I'm going to actually add a little bit of pearl couscous. I love this stuff. No more than 2 tablespoons about, because it's going to get bigger. You need a lot of moisture in there if you're going to be adding grain like couscous, because it's going to absorb all that liquid. I'm actually going to add some quinoa. I love quinoa. You do need to wash quinoa. We bought this bulk. I rinsed out my quinoa, and now I'm going to put it into the soup. Okay, so you're going to need to stir this every few minutes. I'm going to actually take some canned whole white potatoes. They're already softened. Just going to quicken your cook time. I'm just going to add the water for now. I'm not going to add the potatoes too soon. I'm going to do the same thing with these baby carrots. Again, whole baby carrots. They're going to be really good. They barely need to be cooked. So I'm just going to add the juice, and that's going to be enough liquid. I also want to add onion that I saved from the previous recipe. We cut this up and put that in relatively early on, so release its oniony goodness into the soup. You don't have to add onion. I have some okra left over. We need to put that in so that cooks. You're going to have to put in the vegetables that need longer time right away. Mix it a little more. Adding a small can of tomato sauce is going to really make it savory. This is a no salt added. It's going to add so much to the soup. We're going to actually add garbanzo beans. I got some with less sodium. We're not going to add this whole can. We'll do that later. I grabbed some of these little sweet peppers. It's good to have a variety of colors in your food. It's going to almost be like a casserole, all one dish sort of soup. Keep stirring it every once in a while. I'll put these in there. Okay, then we have a Mexican squash. It's a good idea to leave a little bit of the skin for fiber. It's not true for all vegetables though, but most of them. Let's cut the ends off. Good to put the flat end on the bottom. Cut it, not yourself. I know I'm not doing this restaurant quality cutting, but oh well. I love squash, all types of squash. Sometimes garbanzo beans are a little slimy. If it smells weird, that's a bad sign, but otherwise it's pretty normal. Notice I'm not using a timer or anything. I kind of estimate it 20 to 25 minutes is good. I have some celery. You can buy it by the stalk. It's about 10 cents, 13 cents per stalk. Here's a neat way to cut celery. Cut down the middle. And then okay, nutritional yeast seasoning. Nutritional yeast is great. I add at least a half a tablespoon. I love oregano. I like basil. Add some basil. Let's go ahead and add our potatoes. Notice that they are whole. Go ahead and cut them right here in the jar. The can. It's going to add a heartiness to it. Your goal is to make things hearty so you're not hungry. Now we'll add the carrots. We'll just add them whole. You want to keep stirring it every once in a while. So I'm going to try tasting it. You're making sure to see if the grain is big enough, meaning did it fully cook, and then taste it for the broth, taste it for the liquid to see if it's savory enough. I'm going to add some pepper to this. That's going to help. There's a lot of soup here, so I am adding at least a teaspoon of pepper. Because I like it salty, I'm going to go ahead and add a little more salt to it. I'm gonna give this a try. The pepper really helps. Okay, and the tomato sauce as well as canned tomatoes makes it so savory, tangy. Really good stuff.